The New York Yankees have the best record in the American League, but they'll need to find a way to improve ahead of the trade deadline if they're going to have the best shot in baseball to win the World Series. No team is perfect, but in a market where some of your toughest competitors are going to go all out to improve, the Yankees need to be one of, if not the most aggressive team in baseball this July. With that being said, I've compiled a list of players who I don't think get enough attention to be considered trade options for the Yankees, and while they're not underrated or overlooked players, they're the kind of players that haven't been talked about enough as perfect fits for the Yankees. If they want to go where they're trying to go, I think acquiring one of these 5 players could go a very long way towards winning their 28th World Series championship. Hello everybody, I'm Ryan from Fireside Yankees, and I'll be your host for today's video. And if you enjoy this content, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps us in the algorithm, and if you turn on the notification bell, you won't miss out on any of our content for the offseason. We'll be keeping you guys up to date on everything going on with the Yankees, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. The Tampa Bay Rays sit in 4th place in a tough American League East, and they're falling behind the 3rd place Boston Red Sox fast. While the left-handed hitting infielder has sustained a broken pinky toe, his bat is definitely valuable. Brandon Lau has a 112 WRC plus in the season, and he's been particularly devastating at the plate since returning from the injured list, where he has a 112 WRC plus and 773 OPS over that stretch. Third base will be hard to find valuable options at, so instead of wasting time on players who don't have much value and can't really help the Yankees much, why not go after a legitimate power threat from the left-handed side to improve at second base? It would allow the Yankees to stomach playing either DJ LeMahieu or John Birdie at third base, and they can still add at first base or their bullpen as well if they want to make other additions. He's got the power to give the Yankees some serious thump in their infield, and the Tampa Bay Rays would have some incentive to trade him because he's going to make over $10 million in 2025 and 2026, and they have some guys including Junior Caminero who could come up and supplement their infield. If they're able to mass third base with upgrades at other spots in the infield, they might be able to get the offensive production they're looking for as a whole to put up big numbers and crush opposing pitching staffs while not just relying on Aaron Judge or Juan Soto. The Yankees could use the added lineup depth, and the Tampa Bay Rays have traded in division before, with Nathan Eovaldi going to the Boston Red Sox in 2018, as that is a pretty notable example in recent memory from the front office that's still in place today. One of the best swing and miss starters in the league right now, Jack Flaherty has taken the league by storm thanks to his dominant arsenal. Through 14 starts, the right-hander has a 33.3% strikeout rate and a 4% walk rate, posting a 2.92 ERA and a 2.69 FIP in the process. He's a rock-star pitcher that has a strong fastball and sparkling secondary pitches to attack and carve through any lineup like butter. There are a few pitchers who are dealing the way the 28-year-old has, and if the Yankees want to add another top-of-the-rotation arm to their staff, he's one of the best options I could possibly think of. It's hard to imagine that the Tigers climb back into the playoff race either, so getting a starter who can strike out batters at clips that surpass both Garrett Cole and Luis Seals could be a massive boost. His cost shouldn't be massive either as a rental, and this could push another starter from the rotation into the bullpen, giving the Yankees even more depth in an area where they've really struggled this season. Taylor Rogers could be one of the best steals for any team this upcoming deadline, as the San Francisco Giants continue to spiral and fall out of the playoff race. Sitting at 6 games below 500, only the Marlins and Rockies have worse records than they do in the National League, and Rogers could be a nice pickup for Yankees bullpen looking to add some left-handed options to boost their staff. He struggled in high leverage situations early in the season, but Rogers has leaned more and more on his sinking fastball, which performs well because of his crossfire action that creates some uncomfortable at-bats for opponents. So far in the season, the veteran left-hander has a 2.05 ERA and a 28.1% strikeout rate, ranking in the 77th percentile in whiff rate, and doing a great job of limiting damage contact. His sweeping slider is also a stellar pitch, and the weirdness of his arsenal, paired with the ability to strike out a bunch of batters, should make him a fun arm for the Yankees bullpen if they were to inquire on him. He's under contract for the remainder of this season and the 2025 season as well, where he'll make $11 million over a full year, and with the impending free agency of Clay Holmes, that's very important since the Yankees are going to need some bullpen depth as they enter 2025 as well. The outlook isn't great on there, they have a bunch of impending free agents, so picking up somebody who has multiple years of control is certainly attractive. Let's stick with the bullpen here, as while Yimi Garcia is on the IL, the elbow issue he had wasn't anything structural, and he's already began playing catch. He has a lively fastball that blisters in at 96.8 miles per hour, striking out over 34% of batters faced, while being an absolute demon in high leverage situations. Through 28 innings, Yimi Garcia has a 2.57 ERA and a 2.26 expected ERA, looking like one of the best relievers in the game. His fastball is deadly, with a 166 average allowed on the four-seamer with a 35.6% whiff rate, and the rest of his arsenal is just chock full of pitches with lots of movement and velo. His sweeper could be a pitch the Yankees have Garcia throw more, as it moves 11.6 inches horizontally at 86 miles per hour, which makes it a unique offering. Furthermore, his sinker and curveball are solid pitches as well, and you're getting the prototypical power profile that you want from a high leverage arm in the bullpen. He would be a rental, so he would hit free agency after the 2024 season, but that's okay. Given his older age, it is a little bit hard to project him to continue to perform at this clip going forward. If the Yankees want a power right-handed arm, something that they've desperately needed all season, looking in division could be their best choice, and the Toronto Blue Jays could have one of the Yankees' best options available in Yimi Garcia if they continue to spiral this season. Possibly the best player who gets traded this deadline, Garrett Crochet just makes so much sense for any rotation, especially the Yankees. According to John Heyman of the New York Post, they have interest in the power left-hander, and he could be the perfect running mate alongside Garrett Cole, as they could slot him as their Game 2 starter on baseball's biggest stages. The left-hander has a dominant four-seam fastball and is pairing it with a sharp cutter that's become an absolute buzzsaw pitch for him. Through 16 starts, has a 3.25 ERA and a 35.2% strikeout rate, looking like one of the most dominant pitchers in the game, despite this being his first full season as a starting pitcher at the major league level. The stuff is unreal, and the velocity on his fastball plays up even more because of his 7 feet of extension, giving him a 98.1 mile per hour perceived velocity on that pitch. He generates a solid amount of ride on it, and his weird release point makes it even more deceiving and tough to pick up for opposing batters. His other excellent pitch, the cutter, is sitting at 91.3 miles per hour with a 37.6% whiff rate, and he's virtually eliminated the sweeper and changeup from his arsenal because of how good everything plays off of each other to righties and lefties when we're talking about that four-seam cutter movement action. He's one of the best pitchers in the game right now, and the Chicago White Sox are so bad that they could love the return they get and pull the trigger on a potential deal. It would cost a lot, but Garrett Crochet would be an unbelievable addition to the Yankee starting rotation, and as mentioned earlier with Jack Flaherty, it would push a guy to your bullpen, and that's crucial as well. He is a stud, and if the Yankees want to make sure that in Games 1 and Games 2 they have a chance to win, they should have Garrett Cole and Garrett Crochet on the same team in their same rotation come October. Let me know what you guys think about this list in the comment section below. Who are some guys that aren't getting enough buzz or talk when it comes to Yankee trade rumors that you would like to see the Yankees go after? You guys can tell us in the comment section below. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and drop a like on this video because all that stuff is free and it allows you guys to join the Fireside family and know of our next posts. And you guys can also join the conversation and talk about trade stuff and upcoming relevant topics on our Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook pages. If you want to tweet at me personally, you can tweet at Ryan Garcia ESM. I'd love to get into conversations about the Yankees, but I will be going to Mexico, so I am not going to be here for the next 4 days. This is being released while I'm in Mexico, so this is a 2 a.m. release. I'm exhausted. Oh well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys' support. Make sure to subscribe again, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Let's go Yankees. Peace out, everybody.
Perfect.